Hey everyone! Mexican food is super popular all over the world. From busy Mexico City to New York City, everyone loves its tasty flavors. But there's a lot of history behind every bite. Let's go on a culinary adventure and discover where Mexican food came from. Let's explore the amazing story of this yummy food. Mexican food is way more than just tacos and burritos. It's a mix of amazing flavors that have been around for thousands of years. It all started with the ancient people of Mesoamerica. We can see their traditions in every tortilla and salsa we eat. From the first people who grew corn to the Spanish explorers who brought their own foods, Mexican food is a mix of different cultures. It's a story of how people overcame challenges, changed, and celebrated good food. So grab a fork and join us on a food journey through time. Let's discover the secrets of one of the world's favorite cuisines. The story of Mexican food starts with three important crops: corn, beans, and squash. These were first grown in Mesoamerica over 9,000 years ago. They were the most important foods for the people who lived there. Corn could be used for so many things. It was ground into masa to make tortillas, tamales, and lots of other dishes. Beans gave people the protein they needed to be strong. Squash came in all shapes and sizes and added flavor and nutrients. These three crops weren't just food, they were special. People believed they had a spiritual meaning. They were often planted together because they helped each other grow. The cornstalk helped the beans climb, and the beans put nutrients back into the soil. The big squash leaves kept the ground cool and moist. This way of farming, called the milpa system, showed how clever and connected to nature the people were. It shows how much they knew about growing food sustainably, something that still inspires farmers and chefs today. The Mayans and Aztecs were really advanced civilizations in Mesoamerica, and they added a lot to Mexican food. They used new ingredients and cooking styles. The Mayans were great farmers and knew a lot about the stars. They had special ways of cooking. They roasted, ground, and mixed foods to make complex flavors. They were the first to use cacao beans, which they ground up with spices to make a bitter drink called xocolotl. This special drink was used in ceremonies and was seen as a gift from the gods. Today, Mexican chocolate is a popular treat, often flavored with cinnamon, almonds, and sugar. The Aztecs built their empire on what the Mayans started and made Mexican food even better. They added tomatoes, avocados, and vanilla. They also learned how to preserve food using salt, sun-drying, and smoking. We can see their influence in dishes like mole, a special sauce made with chilies, spices, and chocolate. When the Spanish arrived in the 1500s, everything changed for Mexican food. They brought new foods like animals, dairy products, wheat, and spices. This mix of cultures created brand new dishes and flavors. The Spanish introduced pork, beef, chicken, cheese, and rice, which quickly became part of Mexican meals. One of the biggest changes was the introduction of livestock. Pigs, cows, and sheep gave people a new source of protein. Dairy products like cheese, milk, and cream became important parts of many dishes. The mix of Spanish and indigenous foods created some of the most famous Mexican dishes we eat today. Tacos al pastor, for example, came about when Mexican cooks adapted Lebanese shawarma. The marinated pork, cooked on a spinning spit and served in tortillas, shows how different cultures came together to create something new. Let's take a food tour across Mexico. Mexican food isn't just one thing, it's a mix of regional cuisines. Each part of Mexico has its own special flavors, ingredients, and ways of cooking. From the spicy moles of Oaxaca to the seafood dishes of Veracruz, Mexican food is a delicious adventure. Let's explore the different tastes of Mexico. Oaxaca, in southern Mexico, is famous for its complex moles. These rich sauces, made with chilies, spices, nuts, and chocolate, show off the region's culinary history. Mole Negro, a famous Oaxacan mole, takes days to make. The Yucatan Peninsula, known for its Mayan ruins and beautiful beaches, also has special foods. Cochinita pibil, slow-roasted pork marinated in achiote and sour orange juice, is a Yucatecan favorite. Seafood is also important in Yucatecan cooking, with dishes like ceviche and fish tacos. Oaxaca's food is all about Mexico's rich history and diverse flavors. Mole, the star of Oaxacan cooking, takes time and tradition. Every family and village often has its own special mole recipe, passed down through generations. This complex sauce, with its deep flavor, shows the region's culinary heritage. Travel north to the Yucatan Peninsula, and you'll find food influenced by the ancient Mayans and the Caribbean Sea. Cochinita pibil, slow-roasted pork marinated in achiote and sour orange juice, is a perfect example of the region's unique flavors. Achiote, a reddish-orange seed, gives the pork a bright color and earthy taste. The Yucatan Peninsula is also great for seafood lovers. Fresh fish from the Caribbean Sea is used in ceviches, marinated in lime juice with onions, cilantro, and tomatoes. Fish tacos, another Yucatecan specialty, have grilled or fried fish in warm tortillas with shredded cabbage, pickled onions, and creamy salsa. Let's go to the heart of Mexico and discover Michoacan's food treasures. This region is famous for carnitas, tender and flavorful braised pork. Michoacan is also where the Day of the Dead celebration started. Families make special altars with food offerings, including pan de muerto, a sweetbread with anise and orange zest. But the food journey doesn't stop there. Every region of Mexico has its own special flavors and traditions. From the mole poblano of Puebla to the cabrito al pastor of Monterrey, Mexico's regional cuisines show the country's rich food heritage. Exploring Mexico's regional foods is an amazing experience. It's a chance to discover new flavors and ingredients that make each region's cooking special. It's a way to connect with the people, the culture, and the history that have made Mexican food so popular around the world. Mexican food's awesome flavors and smells have traveled everywhere. From street food stalls to fancy restaurants, Mexican cuisine has taken over the world. People love it because it's delicious, versatile, and easy to adapt. Mexican food is a party for your senses. The bright colors, amazing smells, and bold flavors create an incredible experience. Warm tortillas, fresh salsas, and rich moles make a meal you won't forget. As Mexican food continues to be popular all over the world, it also helps different cultures learn about each other. It shows how food can bring people together, start conversations, and create connections. In 2010, UNESCO recognized Mexican cuisine as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This important award shows how important Mexican food is to Mexican identity and culture. It celebrates the traditions, techniques, and customs that have been passed down through generations of Mexican cooks. The UNESCO award shows how important it is to protect traditional Mexican cooking. It encourages using fresh, local ingredients, keeping old cooking techniques alive, and celebrating the cultural meaning of food. This award shows how important Mexican food is. Mexican food is more than just a meal, it's a story. It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and the celebration of flavor. It's a story that began thousands of years ago with the indigenous people of Mesoamerica. Today, this story continues in kitchens and restaurants all over the world, where Mexican food continues to amaze people and bring them together.